Hey everybody, welcome back into Lettermen Row. It's a BuckIQ, and we're going to talk about quarterbacks today. So we got the guy who's better than anybody at breaking it down for the second time with us, Mike Hartline, offensive coordinator at Ohio Dominican. Big win for his squad last week. Lots of experience coaching around the Ohio State, Cincinnati, playing in the NFL. So he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, he played a little bit too. So
I try a little, it's always fun to come. I appreciate you guys having me back and doing great things at Ohio Dominican right now. Love being over there and always a pleasure to talk quarterback play.
All right, so we got Mike Hartline breaking it down, and Justin Fields is now 4 games into it. We talked, I think, after week 1 about the debut and settling in, and gosh, he's got 19 touchdowns in the first month, and he's really seemingly taking command. He's doing some leadership stuff. He's gotten Ben Victor's face on, get him breaking up some fights. I mean, what have you seen when you're not working that's clicking with Justin Fields?
Just the poise. I think the poise is a huge thing for quarterbacks, and obviously confidence. And he's got plenty of it in just his skill set. Now it comes more into the leadership role of it. I mean, that's the one thing that can grow anybody's game at quarterback. Yeah, you got all the skills. You can do this, you can do that. But is the confidence there? Is the leadership there? Is the poise there? And he's showing that. It's a big part of it by going out and making plays. No doubt about it. That's a huge part about getting that role, but it's also consistency. Can you do it day in and day out? Now, it might not be 400 yards, all these touchdowns a game, but are you putting your team in the best position to win? And he's doing a great job doing that. It just seems like everything on the offensive side of the ball for Ohio State is clicking. And again, it's just week to week, right? It's always about the next opponent. Remember what you did well, build on it, enhance it, but you got to move on to the next week. We can't have all these, all these things going on in your mind about how good you did or everybody stroking the ego. We get that. I mean, we expect big things out of that at school, and that's what they expect week in and week out. But can you restart? Can you do it again week in and week out? And it's only going to get harder for him going down the road.
Yeah, you talk about he's going on the road to Nebraska. The Big Ten play's coming. I don't know if the Huskers have the best defense in the Big Ten or even in the top half, but when you were at Kentucky, you went into some famous stadiums, hostile environments. For him, what's he going to expect there in Nebraska this week?
I think you just, number one, have to prepare that no matter who you face from here on out, they're the best team in the country. Okay. I mean, that's the preparation mindset of it. Does it change week to week? It shouldn't at all. You prepare like you're going to play the best team in the country. You prepare like you're going to play a Big Ten championship, a college football playoff. You have to do that because you're ready for any situation. You're not going to play to someone's ability. You're going to play to yours. And I think that's a hard, disciplined thing to zone in on players, but it makes all the difference. Can you be the same week in, week out? Can you have the same focus? Can you prepare like you want to play on Saturday? And again, it really shouldn't matter to them where they go or what that jersey says on the front. It's a test against yourself. Can you do your job to the best ability? Can you play, have the discipline, play to play, to ask and do what's required of you? But I'd expect a hostile environment, no doubt, going over there in Nebraska. Obviously, it's the biggest city, I think, in the state come game time, and they'll be ready. They'll be fired up. New head coach over there has done some great things at previous places, alumni. So they'll be looking forward to the test against them.
All right, you talked about that preparation. Big week of it for Justin Fields ahead. It's paid off for him so far. Now Mike's going to break down where that success is coming from. Let's roll the tape. All right, Mike, the first time we talked about Justin Fields, it looked pretty easy out there. Level of competition, not great. Same thing here with Miami, but you teach us some things what we can still learn from Justin Fields now. 19 touchdowns in the first month of the season.
He's been an incredible asset to their team, especially like when we talked about when you first coming in, establishing that leadership, establishing that confidence with his guys. And, with the skill set he has around him, it makes things a little bit easier. But at the same time, he's still got to be back there. He still has to deliver the ball. He still has to make these throws. And this is a prime example. Looks like they're kind of in a zone coverage here to the bottom. And when you see this, you should think that this corner is going to back off a little bit and take away this kind of inside fade route, but he doesn't. He kind of bites in on it, and Justin just hangs back there and he reads the broken coverage. See KJ get over the top, but look at the ball placement. It's right in his face. I mean, like we talked about this last time. Make it easy for your guys, and that's what he's shown to do. And let these guys go get the ball and make plays when the ball's in their hand.
You've done this. You know that even on air, it can be hard to be that accurate.
It is. But as you grow with these guys, as you grow with the guys around you, you can get a feel for how they play and how they catch the ball, where they like the ball. So as long as you put it in an area where we can make it a little bit easy on them and they can go and take care of the rest, again, Justin Fields, why he's playing great this year, he's not Superman, right? He doesn't have an S on his chest. You have 10 other guys out there that have to do their job as well. And when you have that supporting cast, when you have everybody working together, sometimes plays like these can look easy on TV or on film, but you still got to go out and execute.
Yeah, that's perfectly done there. KJ Hill, that's one touchdown during the second quarter barrage. And I think this is another example, something else we talked about, going under center and how this helps the play action.
Always. I mean, this is a big part of it seems like what they're doing right now. Let's get a little bit under center. They got the guys up front. They got the running back to threaten it. They have a great running game, but also cater to a skill set, right? Get him out on the perimeter. Let him run. Let him use his legs if something breaks down.
Yeah.
And that's what they're giving them the opportunity to do here. Sell it. See if we can throw it first. If we can't, let him run. But right here, this is fantastic job, but not only the route spacing, but him being able to deliver the ball on the run perfectly, right, to where you can toe touch, stay in bounds. And this isn't an easy thing to do, especially 20, 25 yard down the field.
It's something that he had talked about doing last week when I asked him about the high throws at Indiana is the ability to throw off platform. You see this here. He's on the move, 1 foot in the air. It's sort of like he compared it to Aaron Rodgers. How difficult is it to make these throws off platform the way he is here?
Well, with this, it's all about using your body, right? You take almost your legs out of it. You can have some power, but look at his momentum. He's going towards the sideline. We got to be able to deliver this throw down the field. So the big part of this is his shoulder. So now you can see his front shoulder is lined up directly there. So he really has to force that shoulder around. As quarterbacks that are right-handed rolling to the right, it's very, very easy to be lazy. To be lazy, sidearm this thing, have your elbow not stay high. But he's in great position to deliver this ball, having some momentum going this way, but being able to drive it now through to have an accurate ball to where no defender can undercut it right there on the sideline. Impossible for anybody else but Chris Olave to make this catch.
Yeah, one touchdown there for Chris Olave. There's another one coming later on here. So that's 2 touchdowns for Fields. He'd still keep going. This one, I think if you're talking about the most impressive throw he might have made this season, this to Ben Victor. The catch is something else too, but 3rd and 20, Mike, he's got no problem taking the shot.
No problem at all. I mean, as you can see, it's a 3-man rush. With them dropping 8 defenders, you got to be careful, right? You don't want to force throws. What we try to talk about in 3rd and long, 3rd and extra long, especially extra long, let's try to get half. Let's not try to force the ball. Let's maybe take the points if we need to. We'll call a play to try to get a first down or to take our chances, but don't force it. Don't put ourselves in any more difficult situation than we already have being 3rd and extra long.
Yeah.
So with Justin right here taking the snap, he has good pressure. I like the way he moves in the pocket, gives himself a little bit more time, sees the seam, maybe could throw this ball a touch early, right? But the ball placement is great, right? Put it only where his guy can make the play. He sees the guy running behind him, his eye's not on him. I love the ball placement. Put it high. Put it high. Let these big athletic receivers go and get it. And right here, now it's all on the receiver. I did my job as a QB. I put it where I needed to be. And Ben Victor, absolute phenomenal job knowing where he's on the field, getting a foot down, and securing the catch.
Is that what goes through a quarterback's mind, Mike? Ben Victor can jump 40 inches, and he's 6'4". I can't overthrow him down there, right?
Absolutely. Know your personnel. Know who you have. Know what they can do. And this does not take just the practice reps that week. Like we talked about before, this takes all the spring, all the summer. You got to get familiar in what your guys can do and where you're going to go in times like this to give your guys a chance to make the play. Now, this might not look the greatest defense. You might not have anything, but Justin buys little time in the pocket. He sees that he's got a lane. He throws it up high. And after that, hey, like we talked about, go let the players go make a play. But this is exactly probably what they expected and what they wanted to do. I'm sure Coach Day or even Coach Hartline, who's my brother, he probably said, give him a chance. Just go up there and give him a chance, and everything will work itself out.
All right, one more to go before Justin Fields would get the day off here. And he again finds Chris Olave, and these two seem to be getting a little bit of a rapport going through the first month of the season, Mike.
No doubt about it. And down here in the red zone, okay, I tell my quarterbacks, it's all about ball placement. It's all about timing. It's all about ball placement. Your feet, your eyes have to be faster, and they really do. And what makes it a little bit more difficult, not a ton difficult, is that you're in the shotgun. I was comfortable back in the day being under center, right?
Mm-hmm.
That ball is right on the laces on my hands. I take 2 steps, I get it out for him. But right here, ball placement is everything in the red zone. All you have to do is throw this where the defender is not. Trust your receiver is going to win. Make sure you get comfortable, set your feet. Do not hesitate on the throw. Don't decelerate your arm. Put it out there and let him go make the catch. As you can see here, again, make it easy for him. Put him right up in his face. The defender has no shot right here. You got a ton of end zone here in the back part of the end zone. Let him go make a play.
Seems like he knows right away. He's got the matchup he wants. He doesn't go anywhere else. Maybe this is even the only option. I don't know, but
it could be, but you definitely know with this safety being over here in the middle of the field, you got true one-on-one. All you have to do is place the ball. You can understand here if you place the ball underneath the guy, right, or too far over the top, you have no chance. You place it a little more outside over the top of his shoulder, sure, he might have to turn and go make that catch, but he's the only one that can make it. And with the guys they have outside, they can make this 10 out of 10.
All right, 4 touchdowns for Justin Fields. Greater competition about to start coming his way once Big Ten play gets going. Awesome to have Mike Hartline hanging out again. He's got another game to get ready for with Ohio Dominican this week. We'll break something else down with him later on this year on BuckIQ. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Lettermen Live. We've got the practice report. We got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got BuckIQ with Zach Bourne.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.